First of all, I say good evening. Actually, I'm very sorry I was delayed because there was 3 meeting was since morning today, so I could not make on time, and I'm very sorry for that. And as is mentioned in the introduction, uh, I didn't know that he is also alumnus of IIT Roorkee actually, who introduced me. And so I'm living for last 30 years in Sweden, and Sweden want to go this fossil fuel free economy, and we have a target there by 2030. So we want to change the whole ecosystem in Sweden, and we want to do it here now in India also. So when I joined uh, in IIT Ropar as a director, so I was given this task actually. So basically, how to work academia and industry should work together. So that was my main task. And we are working for the renewable energy for a long time. So I'm myself working for hydrogen storage for last 30 years. So we have a huge network in Europe between different European countries. For example, around 200 groups we are working. And this is only I'm talking about the hydrogen. And renewable is, they are also working also in solar energy. But you can ask the Nordic countries which don't have even sun, but they are the biggest number of people working in solar cells. I always ask them where you will put your solar cells. They say they will sell to Asia. So they already have this thinking. I'm talking this about 30 years back. So they are still going on strong, and Europe is putting a lot of much effort in solar also, because so they are putting the solar farm in northern African countries which are close to Spain, and like Morocco or Algeria, especially in Morocco. So they have a huge solar farm, and where they are producing energy from solar cells. But hydrogen is a key driver nowadays, actually, and IIT Ropar is also involved in hydrogen, and Germany is totally going for hydrogen. So we in India also, if you look at, there are many initiative has been called on actually, and the ministry is also thinking that when they talk about this Gati Shakti program, hydrogen is one of the big national mission on hydrogen. And now they have also, we are working also with PEDA also here, and we want to work together when we not only in area of hydrogen but also other renewable energies also. But the issue is that when we talk about other renewable energies, we also want to look in the wind energy, and we want to set up a windmills. But unfortunately, we are not on the coast. So if you are the coast, the wind is not issue, so we can go in that direction also. And of course, we want to work on, the people are talking whether batteries are green or not, or renewable or not. So this is also a question. But when people talk about renewable energy, they always count batteries also as a renewable, but in fact it's not a renewable. But some people say it's a renewable. So we have to go through this composition of many solutions. And my colleague, he's from Telangana, and we know that in Hyderabad cluster, the city cluster, they are working a lot in that direction. And I'm not sure that IIT Hyderabad is part of that, but IIT Hyderabad is not part of that Telangana cluster, which you call Hyderabad cluster. So we are working with the other clusters also, and we want to work together with Punjab. We want to work together with Haryana. We want to work together with J&K. So this is our strategical location, and we see that the renewable energy has a great future in Punjab, and especially we want to produce hydrogen from biomass. When we say that we are producing hydrogen from biomass, whether it's green or not, So we want to talk about green hydrogen. So that's the future, and we are all working together for that. And that is also a mission in IIT Ropar, because IIT Ropar is a young generation institution like IIT Hyderabad. So we are growing in a different direction. So energy is one of the area where we can lead this area and in country also. So we are all working together with the different companies. We are working with ONGC also, and ONGC is also going in a renewable energy now. So we have many partners where we can all work together. And problem in India is that we don't like to work in a collaboration. So that's what we are missing in India. And I talk to all meetings, and ministries also want that you have to work in a collaboration. This culture of collaboration we have to bring, and this collaboration could be between industry and academia also, within academia also, within industry also, when we can all jointly work for the common cause of renewable energy. So energy is the future, and we all have to worry about that. And nowadays, nobody can say that energy is not a big issue. And when we talk about hydrogen, and you can think that hydrogen is also not a new concept. Already, there was one famous novelist. He predicted in already 1895 that if you know a novel, if you have read Mysterious Island. So he wrote in that one that water will be the coal of the future. So that what he has said more than 100 years before, it's now proving that we want to use hydrogen economy. Basically, when we talk about hydrogen economy, and basically we are using water, and we are breaking water into hydrogen and oxygen, and we are we are using hydrogen as a energy carrier. So we are thinking that hydrogen is a new concept, but it exists, and now all ministries are very serious. When we have a discussion in Europe, they say hydrogen will not work. When we go in US, hydrogen will not work, because when we talk there about any technology, we compare to the Department of Energy in the US. That is our target. So DOE will say, okay, if you have a material which can store maybe 28% of hydrogen, that's a good material for storing hydrogen as well as for mobile application. But if you go to Japan, Japanese will say, no. For us, even if some material I can find with a 2-8%, I am happy. So because they are thinking that the oil prices in US and in Europe and India or Japan is totally different. US is selling the oil and gas so cheap, so nothing will work. But in Europe and in Asian countries where gas is expensive, we can use hydrogen. Even some material we can find with 2 to 3-8%. That will be work for us for mobile application. So GM Motor, before they were going for this hydrogen storage for the car, for some kind of material, they were looking very high material with high weight%. So now they are going for the physics of system, where even you can have 2-3-8% of hydrogen, and they want to go with that one. And of course, Dheeraj will say that we will make a tank with the steel. So we don't want to make a tank with the steel, actually hydrogen tank. So we have to find new materials where hydrogen can be stored safely. So this is one of the effort in Europe going on. So we are working on the production, and we are working on storage and how we use in the fuel cells, or we can use directly when produce hydrogen, and we can use. So this hydrogen is the future. Of course, solar energy is the future, and India has so abandoned the solar energy. And when PEDA has put this vertical farm of solar farm at IIT Ropar, they are going to put. So that will be a lot of benefit for the farmer also, because in Punjab we don't have our land is so fertile. If you put a solar panel horizontally on those, so we lose those land. But if you go to some part like in desert or in Rajasthan, there is no problem. You can put the flat solar panel. But if you put the vertical solar panel, and at the same time farmer can grow also on that land, so that will be double benefit for a farmer. So he can sell those electricity. So we can see that solution are the specific for different area, different countries, and solar also has a good future. Bioenergy has a good future in Punjab. So I will not take much time because you have already discussed since morning. And only thing I want to say that we need to work as a team and we have to work in a collaboration. Otherwise, we will not succeed. And Europe or some other country will go ahead also in the hydrogen. So we have to act now and we have to act together. And we have to find some solution, not using silicon based solar panels. So we should develop our own technology if we can come up with other materials like perovskite based solar cells and we can commercialize it and we can increase efficiency. That will be also a good way to adopt the solar energy as a renewable energy. So I will stop here. Thank you very much.